The international storm over the 7-month-old baby boy left behind in Thailand has taken a shocking new turn, with revelations today that the boy's Australian biological father is a convicted pedophile. The West Australian man accused of abandoning baby Gammy in Bangkok has twice been convicted and imprisoned for indecently dealing with children under the age of 13. The news has provoked questions about the lack of regulation of the international surrogacy trade. It's also exposed the weakness of Australian laws that ban commercial surrogacy here, but largely ignore what happens overseas.
They decided they would take the girl. I felt sorry for the boy. It was like, this is adults' fault. And who is he to have to endure something like this, even though it's not his fault? Why does he have to be abandoned when the other baby has it easy? And he has to endure all this difficulty like this.
This was the parents last December, waiting in a Thai hospital to collect their girl. More detail is now emerging about the parents, who were introduced via an online dating agency. David Farnell travelled to China in June 2004 to meet Wendy Lee. They married 4 months later. Today it has emerged that Gammy's biological father, David John Farnell, is a convicted pedophile. Farnell, an electrician, was sentenced to 3 years jail in 1997 for sexually molesting 2 girls under the age of 13. He was later charged with 6 counts of indecent dealings with a child under the age of 13. The offences were said to have occurred over a 10-month period in the mid-1990s. Farnell was found guilty a second time and received an 18-month jail term.
It's a case that defies belief and goes against every principle of parenthood. An Australian man and his partner purchased a baby boy in Russia in 2005, presenting themselves as a devoted pair of gay fathers. In reality, behind closed doors, they were sexually abusing the boy and allowing others to do the same from when he was less than 2 years old. On the weekend, Australian citizen Mark Newton was sentenced in the US to 40 years in prison. His partner, Peter Trong, is awaiting his sentence. Cara Meldrum-Hanna has this report and a warning: this story contains disturbing and explicit sexual references.
These are the sounds Ginger Gorman recorded that day, playing with the boy and his pet baby chickens in the backyard.
Have you fed them this morning?
No.
Oh, here's one.
One's harder to get.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what this chicken's name is?
No. I haven't figured out the name.
I don't think he's named him yet.
I'm going to call them, Chick Dasty.
Purchase of a child, to bring the child into your life for the explicit and sole purpose of exploiting him across a network of men is incredibly depraved and a very, very sad tale for that little boy.
The images were the tip of the iceberg. Police discovered chat logs between Trong, Newton and the New Zealand man, where they bragged about having sex with their son, Boy One, since he was little, and had given him to several other men around the world for sex, including 2 men based in Indianapolis in the US, who are being investigated by police.
When he was about 5 years of age, the conspiracy was joined, we allege, by Mr. Powell, who was an attorney in Florida in the United States, and Mr. Betta, who was a tennis coach in Illinois in the United States. They got involved with Boy One, we allege, when he was about 4 to 5 years of age.
One video showed Boy One performing sex acts on Newton with a disturbing level of sophistication when he wasn't even 2 years old. When the boy turned 5, in 1 month alone, Newton videoed himself engaging in sexual activity with Boy One on more than a dozen different occasions.
One way they controlled and manipulated this child was to appear to the outside world as a good parent. And one of the things they did was they trained this child how to answer questions from potential investigators.